Howdy, folks. Welcome to the Daily Coin. My name is Rory, and today is Wednesday, October the 14th, 2020. Hope this message finds you doing well, and I wanted to start off by saying thank you to each and every one of you, and I'm really glad that you're here, and I appreciate all of your support over the years, and want to let you know that you can find this video on the new platform, Rumble. See it right there on the screen. And you can also find us over on Parler, Parler. You can see it in the upper left-hand corner. And find us on both of those new platforms as the Daily Coin. You'll see the links down below. And just ask that you subscribe. If you're not subscribed on YouTube, please subscribe there as well. And follow us on Twitter, but subscribe and share. If you don't share, then I'm out here on my own because Google has been censoring everything that I do since October of 2016. So need your help in that. Come see me over at thedailycoin.org. and the gospelnewsnetwork.org as well. And I really appreciate all of your support once again. Wanted to get into a couple of things. There was an article, and I didn't get it pulled up here properly. There it is. Found this just a moment ago over on Kitco. IMF not planning to sell its gold for debt relief. Quote, gold reserves provide fundamental strength, end quote. You think there might be some truth in that statement? Well, of course there is. It's why we hold gold, because gold is money, and gold is the king of monies, and that's been known for thousands of years, just like silver. Silver is money. The real tale in this article is way down here. And where did it go? I'm so sorry, guys. Here it is. The profit from selling less than 7% of the IMF's gold would be sufficient to cancel all debt payments by the poorest countries in the world to the IMF and World Bank for the next 15 months. This would be less than the gain in value of the IMF's gold since the beginning of the Wuhan coronavirus. So, in other words, it wouldn't hurt them in the least. It wouldn't hurt them at all. Not even a little bit. As a matter of fact, they wouldn't even notice. But yet the poorest countries in the world would have debt relief for the next 15 months. But they're not going to do that because gold is too important to their balance sheet. But, gold is a barbarous relic, and it's a pet rock, and all these other nonsensical things that they continually say, all these other lies, I should say, all these other lies that they continually say, or have one of their little minions discuss it, or put it out there into the public sphere somewhere. Let's take a quick look at silver, and this is over on Kitco charts. That's a reflection of, it's close to a reflection of the COMEX futures market, which we all know is a lie, scam, and a sham, is proven in a variety of courts of law around the world. But currently at 15:44 Eastern Time on October the 14th, 2020, silver is setting at 24.295 federal fiat notes, or Federal Reserve notes, I should say. And then gold is sitting 15:44 is the time, 3:44 Eastern Time, is sitting at 1903.60 Federal Reserve notes. I wanted to talk about silver eagles, American silver eagles, and America the Beautiful silver coins. There was that, I made a video a few days ago where I talked about the announcement, and I thought that it might be a good idea to follow up on the physical, what's going on. It seems like the supplies have kind of stabilized. I haven't heard anything about any supply disruptions or anything of that sort, but not heard about the acquisition costs for Eagles and America the Beautiful coins coming down either. Have you? I certainly have not. So I wanted to take a look at those and see what's going on. And I think that I find it very interesting that we haven't heard anything about there being any kind of supply disruptions, or there being, demand. That the demand is definitely heavy, but it's not anything like what was happening in 2014, 15, 16, when it was just absolutely going nuts, selling 49 million American silver eagles, and 40 million, 35 million. We're nowhere near that. So what's going on? Are the mines, as you know, I've interviewed a couple of mining executives, some pretty heavy hitters, and the mining situation, which is where the product comes from, has been a problem for a long time, and those problems are now coming home. Those problems are now beginning to show up, and there's no way that they can hide this anymore. They can't hide it for that much longer. So that's what's going on there. So I wanted to look at the Silver Eagles, and then we're going to look at SD Bullion, JM Bullion, and APMEX, because these are the three largest dealers, online dealers out there. And SD Bullion is going to live up to their moniker, the lowest price, period. They're definitely they're going to earn that today, big time. 20, everything is equal. There's not anything out of balance. We're going to look at uncirculated BU 2020 American Silver Eagles. We're going to look at uncirculated BU America the Beautiful Tallgrass Prairie, which is the last ATB coin issued for 2020. It just came out a few weeks ago. So you can see right there on the screen, check and wire, or check or wire calls for 1 to 19, which is, we're also going to look at just that. I'm not concerned with monster boxes or anything outside of that. We're looking at acquiring just a handful of eagles, 1 to 10, and typical stacker. $29.75 per coin, $30.96. You saw the number; it just moved a little bit, so things are there. It's going to update as the live pricing updates. For the $30.96 is for credit or PayPal. And if you look at those two costs, then you can see that there's almost a 2 Federal Reserve note difference between the two. And if you are somewhere around 4 or 5 eagles a month, let's say 5, that's 60 ounces a year. If you're getting 60 ounces a year, and you typically pay with a credit card or debit card or some type of plastic or digital transfer versus doing an electronic check or a bank wire, then you are leaving silver on the table. And I'm guilty. I've done it. I'm not doing it anymore, because if you collect, if you gather in 60 ounces of American Silver Eagles and at current values, current acquisition costs, then you're looking at leaving somewhere between 3 and 4 or more ounces on the table. You're just walking away. And I don't want that. And that's crazy. That's just, and it's the numbers are right there. I'm not making this up. If you take 60 and you say $2 to make it easy, it's 120 Federal Reserve notes. So you got 120, 30, say $31. That's almost 4. It's almost 4 ounces silver. Let's look at JM Bullion. Same thing, 3006, 3131. Substantially higher, leaving even more ounces on the table. Walking away, I don't want them. Thanks, no thanks. I'd just rather y'all keep them. Y'all keep them. That's cool. I'm cool with it. It's all good. And if you look at the credit card over at JM Bullion at 3131 versus check wire at 2974, now you're talking about well north of two Federal Reserve notes per ounce. At max, it gets exacerbated. I mean, it's completely lunacy. It's almost $3. 3 Federal Reserve notes, credit card, PayPal versus check wire. Even their credit card, PayPal, you're still leaving a lot on the table. Shoot, you're well over $2 right there. Come on. So you're just leaving ounces of silver on the table. And once again, if you just use 5 a month, I mean, it's a good number. Why is that? Why wouldn't that be something sensible? Why wouldn't that be a good baseline to, we're not talking about, huge investors. We're talking about just people like myself, and that's it. So seems to be plenty of supply. I'm not seeing a whole lot of, alert me's or any of that. I'm not seeing any of that on anything that we're talking about. But we are seeing elevated acquisition costs, and they're staying up there. I mean, we just looked at where silver is according to the manipulated and rigged COMEX. It's at 24.27, so you're looking at about a $5 premium. Or a $5 difference. It's not a premium. So the gap is a lot tighter at SD Bullion. It's a lot thicker at APMEX. Let's look at the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve 5-ounce silver coin. Love these coins. Just got one a few days ago. Really like it. What I find interesting is that this year they started out with a bat on the coin, and they finished the year with a butterfly. If you know anything about symbolism and these satanic globalists that we deal with every single day, that could be an interesting conversation just in itself. But that's not the conversation we're having. What we're talking about is 1 to 9 coins of the ATB 5-ounce. $149.75 for check or wire transfer. $155 Is that about? That's about a $6 difference, almost $7. Well, no, it's about a $6 difference, a little over $6. That's a significant difference. If we look at JM Bullion, we see that everything starts going exponential. It's 154.55, 160.99. 160.99 versus 155.99 is a $5 difference, and that is almost a little over $11 difference. Whew, that is huge, huge. If you just got one of those a year, you'd be looking at, once again, you'd be looking at about an additional 3, 4, or more ounces of silver that you would be able to get. And let's look at APMAX. And APMAX is surprisingly coming in lower than JM Bullion, which is, I'm surprised. I don't know why they're identifying Kansas, or I guess that's just the way that they're talking about the coin itself, because it is from Kansas. So they must have just done that. I don't know. I don't know why, but they're the only ones that are doing it. So they're calling it the KS, but it's 158.59 for credit card, PayPal, 152.25. So while they are higher than SD Bullion, they're not out of line. That's JM Bullion's 154.55, and then APMAX 152.25. So you're still leaving ounces of silver on the table. I like more ounces in my hand than somewhere else. Federal Reserve notes are worthless. You know that. I know that. They're just this manipulated, counterfeit instrument that we're told to use. We're told that we have to use. This is real money that we're talking about. This is real wealth. This is what is generational wealth that we can pass down to our children, our grandchildren, friends in our family, our community. I love these. I keep a stack of these on my desk all the time. It's a fun coin. It's not a coin, it's a medallion. It's great. It does a number of things. It professes my faith. It supports small business, and it puts real money in another person's hand, and that's the Silver Shield crucifix. It's a beautiful design. It's great work, great artwork. It's really an incredible coin. I keep these around all the time and just hand them out to people. Love just handing them out. Makes them, people are shocked by it. But it's really cool, and you should try that. They're not very expensive, so and it's a wonderful way of breaking the ice with people. Not going to take up any more of your time. I appreciate all that you've given me already, and don't forget to come see us on these other platforms. Visit us over at thedailycoin.org, gospelnewsnetwork.org, Rumble, Parler. Subscribe here on YouTube or wherever. BitChute. Don't forget to subscribe at BitChute, because we publish there. I'm going to start publishing on BitChute and Rumble the day before. They're going to be full 24 hours ahead of YouTube, and that so if you want to get them early, that's the way to do it. Subscribe over on those channels, and eventually I'm going to stop publishing on YouTube altogether. It's not worth it. It's not a user-friendly platform. So I appreciate all your time. Thank you so much. Look for next update come Monday. So thank you so much. Have a good week.